Hi, Hardik. Wanted to get this. Oh, darn. Sorry. Let's get right to data point here somewhere. There it is. Okay, wanted to demonstrate these errors as fast as possible. So we'll go to this main screen. So I have something here called test 1. I'll go to Veg. You can see here in the second hit columns, on the down, I've just got 1s. On the down with up, I filled in 2s, and I'll bring these down to 2 as well. And then I'll go to the up column, and you notice all these 2s here. Well, they were 3s, so I'm going to change them all to 3. And then I'm going to go back to the down. I come back to the up. They're all still 3s. But if I go to Data, go to Project with Save, and then I go back to the Veg, and I look at the ups, all those 3s have been converted to 2s. So I'm thinking the down with up data that are supposed to be 2s are being saved in the up where they shouldn't be. Okay, so that's one issue. So let's go to Data, go to Project with Save. The other thing is if I add a sample or I start a new project, I immediately get an error when I go to the Veg screen. You know, it doesn't really stop anything, but it's just an unnecessary error message. So I'm going to go to Project, Add New Sample. I'm going to add a new sample, call it 003. Use the previous sampler. Then, let's see, how do I get rid of the screen? And then go to Veg. Now watch the error down at the bottom. Sample already exists. So it's throwing these incorrect errors. So if I go back, go to Project with Save, and then I go to Veg, I don't get that error the second time. It's something about the first time around, it thinks it's an error. So it's doing that for the sample, and if I create a new project, it does the same thing. So go to Project with Save, create a new project. Okay, we'll call this testx, data file, testx, area, x, species is Colorado, sample ID, sampler. Okay, then we'll go to Veg, watch the error that we'll get here. Project name already exists, must be unique. So sample and project. I don't know about area. Let's see if that does that same thing. Data, go to Project with Save, go to Project, new area, so call this area 2, sample ID 1, sampler, I think, yeah, that still lets me use that same one. Okay, now if I go to Veg, yep, I get an error message on that too. So project area and sample throw an incorrect error when they're moving to the Veg screen the first time. It won't do it the second time. So I can say add. I don't need to do this, I'm done. And just return. Okay, so those are the errors. The main one is that second hit. The additional one, oh yes, one more. Let's go to the project screen. So let's go back to test 1. And I've got multiple samples here. So we're going to go to sample 1. And if I come down into the comments and add a bunch of X's, and then even if I click away, so I'll click away, if I change my sample to 2, and then change the sample back to 1, you see those extra X's I added have disappeared. And I think the same thing may happen with things like aspect. I'll change this to 23. Oops, 23. And then I will go to a different sample and then come back to the sample. And the 23 didn't get saved. So all these things down below, if they get edited, if I change a sample or change an area, once I leave this screen in any way, via project, area, or sample, it needs to save everything on the screen before it leaves. And I think that's something that needs to be fixed, definitely. So thank you very much, and hopefully we can get these fixed soon. I actually have some clients that are just buying it and want to get started on a project. Thanks a lot. Bye.